and you can spend as little as $5 a day or as much as $5,000 a day and still be in a decent budget to hit your market. Yeah, go ahead.
So you've got millions of dollars here that you've run through the engine, right? Through
Right.
through the metas, through the all these other channels. How do I make sure that if I'm limping in or if
Mhm,
I'm just starting and
mhm.
and I'm going to spend $5 a day, how do I make sure that that ad is going to reach the right people, that I have the best chance or opportunity for some sort of return?
Okay, so there's 3 layers you gotta worry about. There's 3 layers. And they're defined in the Meta ad platform as the campaign, the ad set, and the ad. Okay, at the campaign level, you are telling Meta what you want. Let's optimize for lead generation. Somebody to fill out this form, right? So I can get a lead and I can call them or whatever it is. Or let's optimize for a sale. I want them to buy my little ebook because at least I know that they're committed, and then I can call them and get them moving in the financial world. Or it's right. So are you lead gen, or you just want to drive traffic to your site, which is, unless you're real clever with it, probably the worst idea, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of wasted spend, and you just they just slap against your page and whatever. It's like kind of like if you were to go to the mall and just hand out brochures, the likelihood you get a call on that is very low, right?
Yeah.
So I would usually optimize for a conversion event. Get me a lead, get me a sale, right? Whatever it is. And in doing so, that AI algorithm is basically what it is over there in Meta. It can then see when those actions happen on your website, and it can say, "Oh, look at that. Apparently 55-year-olds with 3 cats at their house da, 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 tend to do this action," right? And so then it starts to, with its like 1,200 something data points, it starts to really figure out what your audience is way before you know what your audience is. Way smarter than you. And that's the thing with AI. It's way better at data crunching. Humans are and probably always will be better at creativity, thinking, extending, going the next mile. The computers only do what they're told to do, but they're better at data crunching than you are.
Well, so I wasn't
Yeah,
aware of this.
yeah.
So AI is actually now going through those data points and recommending specific clients to go after. So it's AI that's doing that, not just an algorithm.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. So that's
Wow.
so. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Here's an AI tangent we can go on, and there actually isn't anything. There, AI is actually a misnomer. It doesn't even exist, and there's a lot of engineers who claim it either never will exist or we're multiple generations away from it actually existing. Right?
Okay.
Artificial intelligence. And the definition of artificial intelligence is something that can actually think for itself and regenerate, right? So it could basically make another version of itself.
Yeah.
It could have babies. That's what artificial intelligence is. We're nowhere near that. Nowhere anywhere possibly near that. And there's it's some people speculate that it's like a, that tangent line in geometry where you try to approach, but you don't quite ever get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of a concept. It's a derivative that will never actually be able to get there. We'll only get really close.
So it's just really complex algorithms, is what you're
It's
saying.
complex algorithms. It's called large language learning models, where you basically give it an extreme amount of data and it tries to draw connections between it, right?
Gotcha.
So that's all that exists right now, and we've just gotten, over the last couple of years, leaps and bounds better at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, AI doesn't
That makes
exist. It's just a
sense.
real cool marketing term.
Yeah. Well, then we'll keep using it.
So, John, tell me now, you're in this campaign, you're
Yeah.
working through these 3 sectors, right, of the Facebook or the Meta ad spend. What do you need to pay attention to in terms of messaging, in terms of who you're sending it to? Like, what do I need to pay attention to?
Right. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So yeah, we got through one of the 3 things that we need to pay attention to. And one is the optimizing, telling them what to optimize for. So the next thing is it's at the ad set level is what it's called when you're in there working it, and that's who, right? Who's going to pay attention to this ad, and you can choose age demographics, and you can choose zip codes, countries, depending on what your needs are, and so you be as, how do I say this? You be as general as you specifically can, right? So you want to be, you don't there's no reason to advertise to 18-year-olds if they can't buy your product, right? If they're completely
Yeah.
outside of your zone. And so bring it in into where if somebody actually within that, I guess another way I usually say it is don't waste a dollar, right? Choose your targeting so that every dollar of ad spend is going to a likely buyer,